You'd mentioned something beforehand that I don't even think that our listeners maybe even heard. You used the word PMR2.
Very important.
Yeah. What the heck is that? We're not going to let you off the hook before you, because we're going to go a little bit more into depth. We're going to see more of your application. What are some of the use cases that you're using, or some of the products you're developing? What is PMR2?
Well, when I saw this whole change, I decided that, if someone's going to take my job, I want it to be me.
Yeah. It's called self-cannibalization.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah.
And so I created this company that creates solutions, AI-based solutions for project managers.
Awesome.
Not for huge companies that need a solution.
So you don't need 10 million to get involved with
No.
It's cheaper than 10 million.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll take you 10 million, but
I'm on a commission.
I'm not in competition with Microsoft.
Yeah.
Right? But the point is,
but let's. You're joking, but I think that's you're not joking, because I think that's one of the beauties of our new technology is that there's a certain level of democratization on the market. It used to be, if you wanted to do something that created this kind of value, you needed to have an invest of millions, right?
That's right.
Now you need a computer, you need some simple tools, and you need some concept in your head, and you can compete with the big boys, maybe not on their scale, but there's many scales to operate on.
Right.
And quite honestly, most small and medium-sized enterprises are not going to be able to afford the big boys. So are there options on a lower level? Absolutely. Talk about what some of your solutions are.
Yeah. So, by the way, there are companies that have invested the billions creating the large language models that now I get to use for a cheap token price, right? And the very first tool that we've created is the easiest one.
Okay.
Right? We decided we're going to start. Absolutely, level one. We're going to start with something where there is no risk relative to IP. You don't need to put in your private data or whatever. And there's a lot of people out there who badly need help.
Okay.
Right? And that is to take. You've done your PMP. You know what it is about. You teach it. You train it.
Nightmare sometimes.
Now you know the nightmare. And how often does it happen that people call you, I put in B into the simulator and it says C and I don't understand why.
I don't know why.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you can. Now you just put it in there and say, why is this wrong? Right?
So it's a tutorial application.
It's something that takes your hand and brings you across the preparation.
That's brilliant.
And helps you to converse with the questions rather than just see if you got it right? I got it wrong, but why did I get it wrong?
I think anybody who trains a PMP, and you've done it yourself, there's so much information you have to crunch and digest, help them digest. But it's a lot of rote memory, and to create that bridge that cognitive gap. The only way, this is what I tell people, if you want to prepare for the PMP, the only way you can really do it besides swallowing all the content is to take the questions over and over and over again until your brain shuts off, right? And you intuitively know, I can feel the question, I understand what they're actually asking. Because even for native speakers, the exam is sometimes a nightmare.
Difficult, yeah.
And what you're saying is, but no trainer has, because I mean, literally you can spend weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks preparing somebody, and that's not well invested time for either party. Yeah. So if you can give them a quasi mentor or coach or whatever you want to call it, or tutor, probably a better word for it, an electronic tutor where you can say, I'm answering the question, and you say, but why is this? And it'll reference it. And it has the patience to do that repetition that would be exhausting for you or me.
And it'll explain it to you. And if you say, I don't get it, can you explain it in simpler terms? It'll re-explain it. You tell it, can you explain it to me in Italian? It'll tell you in Italian, right?
So different languages too.
Oh, absolutely.